Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying I disconnected now.
Okay, so you're back now.
Yeah, I think I'm back.
Okay,
I
yeah.
just
We can start then. So I
okay.
don't know. Yeah, you can just put the script that you used to write there, then maybe we can correct and see where did you get wrong and get right.
What must I send you a picture?
You can just tell me in terms of on 2.3.1 the answer was what and what. Then we'll take it from there.
Okay. Can you go to the one with the stove?
Which one?
The one with the stove.
Or the stove, ne?
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, the stove. Let me check here first. Yeah, I'm there, man.
Okay, yeah.
Telcom. Microsoft Teams. Yeah, I'm there, man.
Okay. I said for the first one I said you pay a deposit, then monthly installments up until you become, and then you only become the owner once everything is paid.
You can. I can hear you properly.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. For the first answer, I said hire purchase is a way of buying goods when you pay the deposit first, then pay interest monthly, then you only become the owner once the final payment is made.
No, like in terms of the hire purchase, that's whereby I said that it's whereby you use something while paying it. Actually, it's hire purchase.
Yeah, but you only become the owner once everything is paid off. You don't own it yet while you're using it.
No, you own it because I made an example of maybe let's say if you want to buy a car, so you're going to pay a deposit, then they're going to give it to you, then you're going to pay it monthly, but while you're using it. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
Yes. So hire purchase is whereby we are talking about something. If you want to buy something, for example, I've made an example in terms of if you want to buy sofas, if you want to buy tea or wardrobe, or maybe so you're going to buy before you buying it, you're going to pay the deposit. They're going to give you a percentage in terms of how much you must pay in terms of the deposit. Then after paying the deposit, you're going to take it home, then you're going to pay it monthly. So that is hire purchase. So hire purchase is whereby you're buying something but you pay it monthly, but while you're using it actually. I don't know whether do you understand or
Yeah, I understand.
yeah, I'll look for the other way. I remember when you're saying like that, there is a difference between hire purchase and this certain weight. There is a certain weight, as you're saying that thing, whereby you are maybe let's say buying something, then you're paying it, then after paying it, you will be able to own it, but not on hire purchase. But I'll look for the weight for what you're saying. But on hire purchase, it's whereby if maybe you're using something while paying, that is hire purchase.
Lay by.
Yeah, labor, yes, labor actually. Yes, you're correct. So the difference between lay-by and hire purchase is that on hire purchase is whereby you buy something, then you pay it while using it. Then lay-by is whereby they keep the product, then you pay it. Then once it's done, then you can able to be using it actually. So I don't know whether do you understand or
Yeah.
yeah, please fix that mistake there. So I don't know. Did you hear the about the hire purchase? What is hire purchase?
You said is when you paying for something while you're using it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 marks. If maybe you can also maybe write a practical example just to boost your answer. Maybe make an
Yeah.
example with the stove, maybe, and say it's whereby if maybe you are buying a stove, then you are using it.
Yeah.
Yes, then 2.2, they're saying calculate the original price of the stove. So how did you calculate?
I said that um the 10,999 and I plus the 2,000.
Yes, you are correct because they are saying the new price, the new selling price, it's 10,999. So it means that save 2,000, it's a discount. So you should take this discount and add it with the original price.
Mm.
Yes. So that one it's correct. Then they're saying 2.2.3, calculate the VAT amount included in the new selling price. So do you know how to calculate the VAT amount?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. So in terms of calculating the VAT amount, we have, I don't know, are you aware that we have two formulas to calculate? We have VAT exclusive, we had VAT inclusive. So I don't know, are you aware of that? So there is a
Yeah,
difference
no.
between VAT inclusive, VAT exclusive, and the VAT amount. What is the difference between these three rates?
When when one is when you're calculating including VAT, like I don't know how to explain. Like when you is it when you get the answer, the VAT amount answer straight, and then the other one where you have to eh, get the answer and then remove the VAT. I don't know.
Yeah, when they're saying the VAT amount, yeah, it's whereby you are looking at an amount that is being included on a certain product, for example.
Mm.
That's when they are saying VAT amount. It means that if they're saying we are adding 15% of VAT amount, maybe towards the product or something, you are going to identify that 15%, how much is it if they're saying 15% is being added on a product. So it means, for example, if the stove is 10,999, so you're going to multiply it by 15, then divide by 100. It's going to be that amount. That's how much that is being added on the stove. That is VAT amount. Then when they're saying VAT inclusive, they mean you are calculating everything like the original price and the VAT amount. Then you're going to add them at the end, then get a final answer of the original price and also the VAT. And when they're saying exclusive, it's whereby you are going to take the original amount, then exclude the VAT amount. That is VAT exclusive. I don't know whether you understand on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's make an example. So here they're saying calculate the VAT amount included in the new selling price. So how much is the selling price?
10,999.
10,000 what? 900.
999.
Yes, so it's 10,000. 10,000, 10,000, yeah, 999. Yeah? Can you see there?
Hmm.
Yeah, this thing is giving me a little bit of problems here. Yeah, 10,999. It means that we are going to say 10,999 multiplied by, what is the VAT amount?
15%.
15%, then divide by 100. So now we want the VAT amount. So it gives us how much?
1,400. What the VAT amount? Or the
Yes.
amount excluding VAT?
No, actually here they're saying calculate the VAT amount included in the new selling price.
I got an answer of 1,400. Wait, what did I get? Yeah, 1,434,65.
1,434,65.
34,65.
So this is the VAT amount of 15%. So if they
Mm.
are saying that calculate VAT amount, you are going to leave it there. You are not going to add this amount with the original price. So which means the
Yeah.
1,434,65, it is the VAT amount of the new price actually.
Mm.
Yes. Then when they're saying, as I've said that we have VAT inclusive, and VAT what? VAT exclusive, VAT exclusive. So on VAT inclusive, so this one was the VAT amount. So on VAT exclusive, whereby we have two formulas to calculate VAT inclusive, and also we have two formulas to calculate the VAT exclusive. So when you are calculating VAT inclusive, it's whereby we are going to say multiply by 1 comma 1 comma 15. So why we are multiplying with this 1 comma 15 is that this one stands for 100%. Yeah? Then the
Mm.
15 after the comma stands for the 15%. You're still with me, Mus?
Yes.
Yes. So actually, the reason I'm saying this is because when I'm saying 100%, this one stands for 100%. Remember that in total, all in all, the percentage that we have, it's 100% all in all. Then comma 15. Then this 15 stands for the percentage that we have in South Africa, which is 15%. Then the other formula that we use is the one that we say, if you don't want to use this one, you can say multiply by 115 divide by 100. Sorry, I made a mistake. 115 divide by 100. So you are going to choose that you are going to use this one, the first one, or you are going to use the second one. At the end of the day, it's going to give you the same answer. So the 115, it comes from the 100% plus the 15%. So it's 115. 100 plus 15, it gives us 115. So the 100 stands for the 100%, then the 15 stands for the 15%, then divide by 100%. Actually.
Yeah. This is the formula I use.
Hmm?
Yeah, this is the form. I know this formula.
Which one? Which one?
Both of them.
Yes. Yeah, you're correct by saying that these formulas are for VAT inclusive, the ones that I've
Mm.
written here. So the one that I've written on the first one, it is the VAT amount. When they are saying VAT amount, they mean that we want to see how much the 15% is on the original amount, actually.
Okay.
Like for example, as they've said here on the stove that save 2000, it means this save 2000, it is the 15% towards the original amount, which is 10,999. So it means this save 2000, it is the VAT amount. It means that it is the money that is being deducted on the original price. So here we want to see that if they're saying VAT exclusive or they're saying the VAT amount, how much is it? So we get that this 15%, it is 1,434.65. It is the VAT amount, actually. So be aware of these questions. If they are saying VAT amount, this is what you're going to do as I've done it on the first one. Then if they are saying VAT inclusive, you are going to do what I've did there, the formulas that I've used there for VAT inclusive. Then when they're saying VAT exclusive, you are going to change the sign. Because remember here, I said multiply by 1,15. But on the VAT exclusive, yeah, the opposite of multiplication, it's division. It means that you're going to say divide by 1,15 on VAT exclusive. Then the other formula that you can use, you can say you can switch the numerator with the denominator. It means that this 100 will go above, then the 115 will go below. So you're going to say multiply by 100 divide by 115. So you're going to switch the numerator with the denominator. You can see, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you must master these formulas. So as I've said to you that be aware of these three questions. If they are saying VAT amount, it's not the same. If they are saying VAT amount, VAT inclusive, if they're saying VAT exclusive, these things are three different things. So when they're saying VAT amount, you're calculating only the VAT amount, which is the 15%. But when they're saying VAT inclusive, they mean the VAT amount, including what? The original amount altogether. Then even if they're saying VAT exclusive, you are calculating the original amount, excluding the what? The VAT actual. Do you have any question maybe?
No, no.
Okay. Yeah, so we can proceed. So the VAT amount there, it's 1,434.665. So it is the VAT amount. So on 2.2.4, they're saying explain why the stove is the advertisement. In the advertisement is shown as gas or electricity. What did you write there?
What
Why the
was I
why
said?
the stove in, okay, you can talk.
I said because it uses gas or electricity.
Yeah, so these are free marks, man.
And
So
yeah,
yeah, the reason why they've asked you this question, they wanted to see that can you explain why they've written on the stove gas or electricity? It means that this stove
it
can
uses both.
yes, electricity and gas. So it's free 2 marks. Then we can move to 2.2.5. So they are saying Kavaza stated that if she buys the stove with the cash option, she will save more than 1/3 of the total cost price, including the deposit purchase option. Verify with calculations if a statement is valid or not. How did you calculate?
I didn't have that part on my screenshot.
Or you didn't have?
Yeah, but you can go back to the top one again.
Oh, okay, no problem. So I'll send it to you, then you will do it, then send me the answer. How did you write it?
Okay.
Yeah, so on the top one, it's also the hire purchase question. So they're saying Anilo wants to purchase a commercial vegetable slicer to assist with chopping of the vegetables as shown in the picture below. The two payment options she choose from are also shown below. So we have payment option 1, payment option 2. So the payment option 1 is the cash price. Then the payment option 2, it has to do with the monthly installments. So they're saying the question, Anele is thinking of using payment option 2. Calculate the deposit amount she has to pay.
Okay, I said 20% times 1799.
Okay, 20% multiplied by 1799.
Yes, that gave me 359.80 rand.
So like
The,
you didn't include the hundred for 100%.
no, I did. I don't. I included. I just set the percentage sign on the calculator.
Okay, let's verify that the answers will be the same. Just say 20 over 100 multiplied by 1799
20.
divide by 100.
Oh yeah, divided by 100 times
Then
1799.
yeah,
Yes, the answer is the same.
or it's the same.
Mm.
Okay, if it's like that, it doesn't matter. So, but I just wanted to raise the fact that when we are dealing with percentages, try by all means saying 20 divided by 100 instead of saying 20% on the calculator. But if it gives you the same answer, it's fine. You can choose between two formulas that you use the one for 20 divided by 100, or you just say 20% multiplied by 1799. But if it gives you the very same answer, then no problem.
Mm.
Yeah. So let's go to B. It says determine rounded to the nearest rand the total amount annually will have to pay for the vegetable slicer after 24 months.
Okay, I said the 2008. How much is it? Okay.
2000.
How did I get you? I'll do it now. I don't think I did this right.
Okay, we can do it, no problem.
Times.
Yeah, so here what we
Okay, I see. This is what I did. I said the 95 rand. I times that by 25 for by 24 months.
yeah,
That gave me 2,280.
okay,
And I said that 2,280 plus the deposit amount, which is 300 and 359.80.
yeah,
That
we are
gave me
correct. Yeah, we are correct on that one. So yeah, as they are saying here, deposit is 20% of the cash price. It means that you need to find the deposit amount on the cash price, which is 1,799. And
that we
after
did that. That was the first step.
yes, then you're going to say 95 multiplied by 24 months. Then after getting the answer, then you're going to add it with the deposit amount.
Yes.
Then that's your final answer.
Yeah, 2,639.80.
Yeah, so that's all about the hire purchase, because I heard you emphasizing the main fact that you do not understand the hire purchase.
No, I see it now.
Yes, it's only this only.
Okay, now.
Yeah, you need to just compare the cash price, and also maybe they would give you options. So actually here you're calculating the better amount in terms of which option must the person choose actually.
Mm.
Yes. So in terms of the taxation, I don't know where is the challenge actually.
It was the steps. The steps were a bit too long for me, and I was getting lost.
Yeah, I usually emphasize that you should firstly practice the steps, because if you don't know the steps, you won't be able to calculate taxation.
Mm.
So what we say, step one, what did we say?
Step one, we said that we multiply by 12. if it's monthly, we're given the monthly answer, the salary.
Yes, if you are given monthly salary, multiply it, it means that you're going to convert monthly salary to annual.
But you see, do you see how it's being asked on our question paper? It's not really the same as what we were doing. It is much easier, but yeah.
Yeah, I saw the structure, like they've changed everything because they're asking you one.
Yeah.
Yes, but usually if they ask with maybe let's say in terms of 5 marks, 8 marks, they will want you to do everything in terms of converting the amount from month maybe to annual and stuff, doing everything.
Yeah, but
Yeah, in
this
terms
this
of
is this is
in,
the format she said we must learn because this is how she's asking it.
or actually they said that you should use the format that you sent me.
Yeah, this one because she said this is how she's asking it.
Oh, okay. It might be that they are going to say the very same thing because usually if they say that to you, the question paper maybe it might come with that kind of a taxation, but we are just learning this one because usually they are
Yeah.
in terms of the question, the examination, especially junior exam. So I don't know. Maybe did you attempt to answer the questions for taxation here? I don't know.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So do you remember the 5 steps that we spoke about?
Yes.
Okay. Step one is where we convert monthly to annual, right?
Yes.
Then step two.
Step two is where you the the percentage of the deductibles.
Okay, it's whereby we deduct the expenses, which
Yes.
the expenses have specified that it's fringe benefits. So when you're talking about the fringe benefits, it's whereby we're talking about UIF, we're talking about pension fund, we're talking about pension provident fund, donation, etc., and other things.
Mm.
Yes. So those things are the things that you should consider. And you must remember if they can say mention any 4 fringe benefits that you know that are deductible on the taxation, you must mention those 4, which is UIF, Provident Fund, Pension Fund, and also the donations.
Mm.
Then step number 3,
Step number three is the tax bracket, identifying the tax bracket.
yes, you identify the tax bracket. Then step number 4,
Step number four, now that's where
you are not referring, right?
no, I'm trying to remember now.
Yeah, you should practice them and avoid referring because on the examination you won't be having them. You should know them by head.
It's the tax bracket, and then comes the rebates.
Yeah, it's whereby step 4, it's whereby you deduct the rebates and the medical credits.
Mm.
Yes, then step 5, it's whereby you convert the salary to monthly if specified.
Yeah.
Yes, so those are the 5 steps to calculate taxation. So here on question, the question for taxation, they're saying 11.1. They're saying calculate John's total medical scheme tax rebates for the year. How do you calculate?
Which one is this one?
The orange one.
This is what I sent you.
Sorry?
Is this what I sent you?
No, the one which is written activity 11 for 11 marks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm on that one now. So I'm on 11.1 where it says calculate John's total medical scheme tax rebates for the year. So how
What
do
is wait? What is scheme tax? Is it the same as? The taxable income.
Yeah, they're saying
I,
John's total medical scheme. Yeah, as they've written there, the medical scheme tax rebate. It means it's whereby they're talking about the taxpayer, first dependent, each additional dependent.
or calculations,
Not,
medical
yeah, not
scheme
the
tax.
tax rebates actually. Because there we have two things. We have tax rebates, we have medical scheme tax rebates. They are not the same, those things.
Okay, yeah, I see. So now,
So you made a mistake.
yeah,
Yeah, because here they're saying John is a 68-year-old, received a taxable income of 2,045,364 for the 2018-2019 tax year. He paid a monthly contribution towards a medical scheme for himself and his wife. So it means that it's him and also the wife. So it means here we are going to use this one for where it's written for the taxpayer who paid medical scheme contribution, which is the it's who actually it's John, yeah,
it's John, yes.
taxpayer, and then the wife it's the first dependent.
Hmm.
So it means that you're going to say 310 multiplied by 2, then multiplied by 12.
Okay, but so okay. Oh, I see. I didn't think they had the same amount for the taxpayer and the first dependent.
Yes, they have the same amount,
So it's times two.
10 times 12.
Yeah, 7,444.
Yeah, so that's the money that John and his wife they are going to pay for the medical scheme tax rebates. So if I may ask, like when they're talking about the medical scheme tax rebate, what are they talking about actually?
I don't know what this is.
You
Is
don't
it?
know, no?
Is it? I don't.
Yeah, when they're talking about the medical scheme tax credit, it's whereby they're talking about whereby you're covering your family if maybe there are any injuries that happens inside the family. Maybe if someone gets sick, I don't know, are you aware of the medical what medical what the card for medical?
Medical aid.
Yes, medical aid, whereby if maybe someone gets injured, maybe on the family, the medical card can cover everything, the cost and everything.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's what they are
my
talking about.
question is, I don't understand because sometimes they ask it twice. That's what I don't understand. Because you see in some of the questions, you see this one with John, that storyline, it will have the medical aid. It would say, okay, John contributes this much to his medical aid a year,
Yeah.
but then and then it still asks about the rebate at the bottom. So I don't understand why. If it's is it the same thing? If it's the same thing, why twice?
No, they are not the same. Actually, when they're talking about the tax rebates, it's whereby they're talking about age. As we spoke about that when we had our last class, that on the rebates, they
Yeah.
check the years in terms of how old are you, how much are you going to pay, actually. So when it comes to tax rebates, these ones they are not talking about any injuries or maybe any family members that are included there. Just this one, you're only checking on the age. How old are you? Actually, they are checking that based on your money, how much are you going to pay for the tax rebate that you qualify for? So if, as I've made an example, that if you are less than 64 years old, you're going to pay for primary. If you're 65 and older, it's primary and secondary. If you are 75 and older, you're going to pay for primary, secondary, and tertiary. But when it comes to medical aid schemes, as I've explained, I'm explaining to you that it's whereby it talks about the family members, the children, the wife, maybe the husband and stuff. So they are not the same actually. So when it comes to tax rebates, it deals with age only. Then when it comes to medical scheme tax rebates, it deals about family members who are included on your taxation actually.
Mm.
So that's why I'm asking you, do you understand what is a medical scheme? So as you are explaining that, it's whereby we are talking about the medical aid. Medical aid, it covers any injuries or any sickness that may occur maybe on the family or something. Then the card covers everything. There's money inside. It covers everything. Then you are able to buy medication and do everything, consultation. So it has to do with any injuries or any sickness. The medical scheme takes rebates. Then when it comes to tax rebate, it's whereby they only check the age, how old are you, and how much are you going to pay actually.
Okay.
Yes. So these things are not the same. So when they are talking about age, always remember that they are talking about rebates. Then when they are talking about wife, children, husband, just know that they are talking about medical scheme tax rebates. I don't know whether do you understand.
Yes, yes, I understand.
Yes, tax rebates, always it's age, it has to do with age. Then medical scheme tax rebates, it has to do with the family members, grandmother, children, husband, wife, and stuff, and so on. So that is a medical scheme tax rebates. So yeah, they are not the same. So we pass them. Then I don't know. On 11.2, they are saying hence calculate the amount of income tax he had to pay for the 2018-2019 tax year. How did you calculate?
So what's the thing? What's
Sorry? Hello? Hello?
can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I don't really understand this one. This whole text one.
Okay, so hence they're saying hence calculate the amount of income tax he had to pay for the 2018-2019 tax year. So we are going to do what we did the last time we had a meeting. So here you are going to check step one. That's why I'm emphasizing this thing that you should know all the 5 steps in order for you to be able to calculate this. The first step, it says that you should convert monthly to annual, right?
Yes.
So there do we have annual or monthly on the statement?
On the statement it says uh annual.
It's annual, right? Because it
Yes.
says that John is a 60-year-old received a taxable income, which means his money is taxable, which is 2 million for the 2019, 2018, 2019 tax year. It means that it's for the whole year. So it means that step number one, we jump. We no longer convert from monthly to annual. Then we go to step number two. Then do we include step number two on our calculations?
Yes.
Okay. Why?
Step number two is when step number two is the The fringe benefit.
Do we have any fringe benefits here?
Let me see. It doesn't give us no.
We don't have any fringe benefits.
Yeah,
We don't
it
have
doesn't give us
fund, we don't have provident fund, UIF donations. We don't have any here. So it means that
Mm.
we are going to step number 3.
the tax
So
bracket. No.
yes, which tax bracket does this person fall under?
It's the 2 million, right?
Yes, 2 million.
The last one.
That's the one. So we are going to say tax bracket number
7.
7. Then we are going to use the information on tax bracket number 7. So we are going to say 532,041. Then we say plus, we're going to say plus, we open the
45.
brackets. Then we're going to say 45 divided by 100. Then we say multiply by, we open the brackets. Then we're going to take his annual man, which is how much?
2 million.
Hmm?
2 million.
Yes, 2 million and 45,000 364. Then minus where it's written take off taxable income above 1 million. It's 1 million 500,000.
1,000.
We are going to close the brackets. Then we are going to use the Bodmas rule. So the Bodmas rule says that we should first do what? Remove the what?
Bracket.
The brackets, right? So we are going to bring
Yes.
down. We are going to bring down 532 and 41. Then we say plus. We open the brackets. Then we are going to say we solve the brackets. So we're going to say 45 divided by 100. It's how much?
0,45.
0.45. Then we bring down the multiplication. Then 2 million minus this 1,500,000. It's how much?
That is 545,364.
545, then
1,600 and 364.
364. Then we close the brackets. Then we still have brackets. We need to solve the brackets. So we are going to bring down 532,041 and 41. Then we bring down the plus sign. Then you're going to say 0.45 multiplied by 544, 364. It gives us how much?
245.
245.
200. Yeah, and 45,413.8.
413,8.
8, yeah.
Then now we no longer have the brackets. So we're going to add 532 plus 245,413.8. It gives us how much? I think somewhere around 700 and something thousand.
777,454.8.
Then 54,8.
Mm.
Then we go to step number 4. What does step number 4 says?
Step number 4.
Yes.
The rebate.
Yes, we deduct the rebates and the medical tax
Scheme.
rebates. So on the tax rebate, we are going to check how old is this person. John is how old is John actually?
43.
No, 68.
Where did I see 43? Oh, that's that one before. Yeah, 68.
Yes, 68. It means he is going to qualify for which rebate?
The second one.
Yeah, the second one. But remember,
Second.
it's going to be primary and secondary because he passed the primary stage and now he's on what? The secondary stage. It means that we are going to add the 2 rebates actually.
Okay.
Then after adding them, we are going to subtract them there. So it means you're going to say 14,067 plus 14,000 for the primary plus the 7,713 for secondary. Then after finding the total, you are going to subtract it there on the final answer.
Yeah, the final answer is 7,556,74. 7,556. Yeah.
Okay, before like say 14,067 plus 7,713. That's how much?
That is 6,354.
36.
6,000. 3,000.
That should give
6,354.
how much?
6,354.
It can't be 6,000. I think here you said 40. Please add this 14,067, 7,713, not minus.
Oh, plus.
Yes, plus. Angela Mafukama. It gives us how much? Are you still there, man?
Yeah, I said 21,780.
Okay, 21,708.
80.
Okay, 780. Then we are done with the what? The tax what? Rebates. Then we are going to subtract also the what? The medical scheme tax rebates. But before subtracting, we need to solve this on the side, because remember, these things are on the monthly, in monthly actually. So we are going to do for the taxpayer and also for the first dependent, because we said that this person, he pays for him and also his wife. So we are going to say 310 multiplied by 2, since well there are 2, then multiply by 12. Then it gave us how much?
Which one?
Now we are on the medical scheme tax rebate. So I'm saying that this person, John, he pays towards medical scheme tax rebates on himself and also his wife. So since well is himself and his wife, so I'm saying that we are going to use the 310 for the taxpayer and the 310 for the first dependent. So I'm saying that we are going to say 310 multiplied by 2, himself and his wife, then multiply by 12.
That's 7,440.
7,740.
440. 440.
Okay, 440. Then we are going to take this amount, then we are going to subtract it there. So we're going to say also minus 7,440. Then what's the total, the final answer?
That is 748,234.8.
748,000 what?
234.8.
234,8. So then, is it necessary for us to put step number 5?
Step number 5 is making it months.
Yes. Did they write any months there on the
No,
sheet? It means that
no.
step number, you don't convert this month to monthly. You are going to leave it as it is. So we are done. 8 months.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Did you do the other one, the last one?
Which one? I didn't do that one.
Or you didn't do that one? Okay. So I don't know. In terms of so far, like, you get what's happening under taxation and hire purchase.
Yes.
Okay. So do you have any question maybe?
No, not really.
Okay. Yeah. So since you are writing tomorrow, I'm going to, I don't know, in terms of the one that you sent me, do you understand what's happening? So if maybe you need some clarity, I'll just check the screenshot that you sent me, then I'm going to explain to you, because there's no difference. That's that on the screenshot that you sent me, they've just took one question at a time, one question, like convert from monthly to annual, then they're asking you one. But on this one, like, the question actually it's mixed, like they have mixed everything. That's why it's 8 marks or 5 marks. Yeah, so if maybe you need clarity in terms of the screenshot that you sent me, then I'll explain to you what's happening there.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so I'll just check the screenshot, then explain for you. Then besides, there's any chapter maybe that you feel like you need clarity in terms of paper one.
No. It's just this one.
Which one?
Taxation.
Or you only needed assistance in terms of the taxation only?
Yeah, and once we done with it, maybe, and if this time we can also go through the compound interest.
Okay, compound, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, we can try to attempt it now, the simple and the compound interest, the interest.
No, simple interest I'm fine with. It's just compound.
Okay, compound, you know?
Mm.
Okay, let's try to attempt the compound first now. So compound interest. So I hope you understand what's happening under the interest. Remember that we have two terms. We have the investment and also the loan. So it will depend on the question that they're asking you regarding the loan or the investment. So let's say a person maybe invests maybe 20,000. I'm making an example. Invest maybe 20,000. So at a percentage of maybe at a percentage of maybe let's say 4% per annum. Maybe also he plans on investing the money for maybe let's say for 2 years, or let's say for 3 years. Okay, so la we have a question that says on compound interest, a person invests 20% at a percentage of 4% per annum. So he plans on investing the money for 3 years. So on simple, we were just going to say 20,000. Then we were going to say multiply by the percentage, which is 4%. Then we were going to divide by 100. And it gives us how much?
It gives us 800.
800, ne?
Mm.
So on simple, we were just going to take this 800, then multiply it by the number of years, which is 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Then we are going to get the total. Then after getting the total, we are going to take the answer that add it with the 20,000.
Mm.
Yes, then we are done on simple interest. So on simple interest, we are going to say 800 multiplied by 3 years. Then the answer that we get, we are going to add it with the original price, which is the 20,000. But on simple, on compound, it's different. When you set 20,000 multiplied by 4 divided by 100, this is for year number one. So you're going to write that this is year,
Number one.
yeah? Then it means that this person is going to get 800 for the first year. So we are going to say this 800, we are going to say 20,000, right, plus 800. This is for year number one. So it's going to be 20,000, the total answer, 20,800. This is for year number one.
Yes.
Yes. Then we are going to move with the final answer, which is 20,800 to year number two. So we are going to say year number two is equals to the answer that we got on year number one, which is 20,800, then multiply by 4, divide by 100. It gives us how much?
Uh, 832.
832.
Mm.
Okay. Then we are also going to add it with the original amount, which is 20,800. Then we are going to say plus 800 and 832. Then what's the total?
21,632.
Then 1,622. Then what are
32.
we going?
32.
32. Okay.
Mm.
Then what are we going to do on year number three?
The same thing.
Yes, we are going to say the 21,632 multiplied by 4% divided by 100. Then it gives us how much?
Gives me 865,28.
865,28.
Mm.
Then we are going to add it with the original amount, which is 21,632. Then plus the 865,28. Then it gives us how much? The total.
It gives me no, made a mistake here. It gives me 21,632 plus
It's 22,000 something. 22.
22,497,
197,28. 28. So this is the final answer after year number three. So it means if someone invests 20,000 for 3 years, he or she is going to get 22,497,28 cents after 3 years. So that is compound.
Okay, wait. Please go back up to the question.
Okay. Yeah, so the question says that 20,000, a person invests 20,000 at a percentage of 4% per annum. So he plans on investing the money for 3 years.
But will they never ask it monthly? Let's say per month.
Yeah, they usually ask it in that way. Maybe they would say half yearly, for example.
Okay, let's say they say the person invests 20,000 at maybe 4% per month for 3 years.
It can't be, they can't say per month for 3 years. So they can't mention two things at the same time. So it's either if they say per month, they are going to eliminate the years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe then they want you to convert.
The question they might ask it in terms of months. So that's why I'm saying if they're asking it in terms of the months, they are going to remove the years. So it means if they're going to ask it per month, they are going to remove these 3 years. Maybe let's say they would convert it, maybe they would convert these 3 years to months. Maybe it's going to be 32 months, for example.
Mm.
Then it means that when you need to calculate that in the 32 months, how many years do we have firstly? Which is obviously
We
3 years.
have
Sometimes it happens
three.
that, yeah, sometimes it happens that maybe let's say they would give you let's say now we are saying 32, then maybe they would give you 38 months. So how many years do we have in 38 months?
3 years.
No,
3 years
38
and a
months,
few months.
32 months. I mean 38 months, not 32 months, man, actually.
Mm.
How many years do we have there on the 38 months?
It's 4 years. But 3 years.
No. Okay. 1 year it's made up of 12 months, right? 12 months, 12 months plus 12 months, it's how much?
24.
Plus 12 months,
It's 36.
36. Or it means that I made a mistake in terms of the 32. So let's say it's so you're saying it's how many months? 34.
For 3 years.
Yes.
36.
Okay, let's say they would say 42 months, for example. So it's how many years?
How many months?
42 months.
42 months. That's 3 years and a few months.
Yes, how many months?
3 years and 6 months.
Yes. So it means that you are going to convert firstly the 36 months to 2 years, which is 3 years. It means that you're going to have the same calculations that we had here, which is year
Mm.
one, year two, and also year three. But on year four, it's whereby you're going to calculate for the remaining 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
So it means that we are going to say on year four, we are going to say 22, the money, which is 22,497,28. Then we are going to say multiply by. Then we are going to divide that percentage by 2 because remember that 6 months is a
Yeah.
half of how many months? 12 months, right? Which is a year.
Mm.
So we are going to divide that percentage into two parts. It means that you're going to say 4 months, 4% divided by 2. So it means that for every 6 months, this person gets the interest of 2% actually.
Yeah.
So it means here we are going to say 4 divided by 2 then gives us 2. Then basically that 2 we are going to say multiply by 2 divided by 100. We no longer multiply by 4% because of now we are talking about 6 months, not only 12 months.
Yes.
I don't know whether do you understand me or
Yes, I understand.
yeah. So if you are given months, the first thing that you should do, you should check in terms of the months that you are given that how many years do you have on those months? So as I'm making an example that if you are given 42 months, you are going to firstly identify how many years do we have on 42 months. Then we found out that on 46 months, we have 3 years. The remaining months, 6 months. Then it means that we're going to have four calculations. Year one, year three, and also for number four, which is yearly.
The answer.
Hmm?
The answer is for this one. It
Yes.
is
How
no.
much?
So I forgot to add the decimals there. Let me just do it quickly. It gives me 444, 449, comma 94.
94.
Mm.
We are going to add it with the original amount, which is 22,497,28. Then what's
Mm.
the
That is 22. Uh, oh, 22,947, comma
22,943,000,
7, 47,
comma
22.
22? So that is the answer for if a person invests his or her money for 42 months, which is 3 years, and also how many months? 6 months.
Mm.
Yes. But you know what? I'll send you the formulas to calculate, because we have half yearly, we have quarterly, we have yearly, and I'll send you the formulas of calculating the compound and using those formulas.
Mm.
You don't have any problem, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'll just look for them now, then I'll forward them to you. This thing is just simple. It changes there and there, if maybe it's monthly or maybe quarterly or half yearly and stuff. The formula is the same. If it's yearly, we are going to do what we did here. But when it comes to monthly, the only thing that changes it's the formula. Then that's why I'm saying that I will send you now the formulas on how to calculate if it's half yearly. So here I was doing for half yearly. If it's 6 months,
Mm.
yes. Then I don't know. Do you have any question so far?
No, no, no.
Okay. So the scope that they've given you, it's taxation and what and what.
Let me go through it quickly. It's taxation, inflation, simple and compound, and probability.
Okay. So I don't know. Are you good in terms of those chapters, all of them?
Yeah, everything else I'm fine.
Okay. Then if it's like that, no problem. So just send you the sheet that we use to calculate, and also the formulas to calculate half yearly, quarterly, and also monthly and stuff. I'll send you now. Then, yeah, if you're saying like that, then no problem. Then
Okay.
yeah, then I no problem. So I don't know. Maybe if you can rate the session for today, like, did you understand or
Yes, yes, yes.
okay? Yeah. So if you have any issue, maybe you can raise it that maybe I'm too fast, or maybe the way I'm explaining things, it's hard for you to understand. So you should say it, because of at the end of the day, I don't want to have a session with you only to find out that you're having a problem, you do not understand.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to say something, just feel free to just type it out and say that I have a challenge here, then there, so that we can fix.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, then no problem. You'd have a great night, man.
Ah, you too. Thanks.
Uh,
Ciao.